You do realise that your cognitive pattern affects your interpersonal skills and your relationships way more than your personality does, right? I just thought I was way too intense in conversations. I am a bit too intense, but it's part of my charm. I was jumping too far ahead, and it kind of clicked for me that I wasn't escalating the conversation. I was just integrating it into my own mind in the way that it kind of made sense for me. I was thinking ahead because I was ahead. Not in a sense of being better, but more so in a sense of I'm processing by virtue of thinking ahead here. That's how I understand things. It's difficult to explain, actually. If you are someone who has breadth and depth and integration across multiple domains, which is described as being a polymath, despite what some people might think and argue with me about in my comments, that's a cognitive architecture. How can you think for even a moment that doesn't affect everything that touches your life? It's how your brain works. Your mind doesn't move in just straight lines. You don't just fucking plow ahead one direction. You connect all the little dots, and you compress, and then you extract quickly, very quickly. What always gets really misunderstood is that cognition, how your brain works, and emotion are not separate. They're not fucking filing cabinets. They are intertwined. They are just all part of you. And the way you process information obviously shapes directly how you feel. If you abstract information quickly, you will feel quickly. If you detect patterns early, you can disengage early. If repetition does not stimulate you, connection will feel flat. So now imagine two people with completely different processing speeds. One needs like conceptual stimulation to feel close to someone, and the other needs pacing and repetition to feel safe. Neither of them are wrong, but if that mismatch isn't understood between the two of them, it gets interpreted as impatience, boredom, emotional distance. It's not a superiority thing, it's just a variance in how your brain deals and processes and projects. The difficulty is when you have a polymathic mind, or when you have a mind that just moves really quickly, is that that very same cognitive architecture that allows you to zip across domains really quickly is the very same thing that creates friction. If you're constantly having to translate and downshift your processing speed to avoid overwhelming someone, you're distorting who you actually are so you feel like you're more manageable. So exhausting. Before you start to think that it's a personality problem, maybe just be mindful about the fact that your brain's a little bit different, and that really affects how you relate to other people and sometimes even yourself. So give yourself a fucking break for once.